Hello and welcome to IDFC First Bank presents Leaders of Tomorrow, Season 11. I'm Sunanda Jayaseelan. On the show today, we're bringing you a closer look at the metals and the precious metals and the jewelry space from Hyderabad as part of a series of on-ground conversations that we do pan-India. This one's coming to you from Hyderabad, where a panel of experts spoke to our entrepreneurs about why Hyderabad is the perfect place for India's innovation on the metal space and on jewelry. Let me quickly introduce our guests. Ayushi Kasaraneni, Director Sales and Marketing, Vasundhara Diamond Roof. S.Y. Taruj, CEO, Goldsikka Limited. Sanjay Gupta, Partner, Sanjay Gupta by Tibarumals Jewelers. Avinash Gupta, Partner, Mamraj Musaddil Jewelers. Let me come to our guests and our panelists and ask them to really talk about very briefly their businesses and what it is they do and why it's of particular interest to each of you here. I'd like to start with you. Rich, could I ask for you to talk about
Good evening,
business?
everybody. Thanks for inviting me here. I am the CEO of Goldsikka Limited here. We are into a 360-degree ecosystem of gold and jewelry, right from mining to retail stores. And we are the first one to introduce real-time gold ATM globally. Thank you.
Fantastic. Congratulations, you've opened the country's first gold ATM where you can use a debit card, just like you would go to an ATM.
Debit card and the credit card.
Debit card, credit card, go and purchase gold. How have the preferences and tastes of Indian consumers really moved towards, where perhaps now it's become simple as going to an ATM and buying a gold?
During our business, our travel to in this industry, we realized that buying gold from a showroom has become a little difficult part. To go to the jewelry store to buy 1 gram, 2 gram, or small amounts of gold, it's always a planned activity. We thought, to make it more simple, not make it a planned activity, make it an impromptu activity where you can just buy gold at the arm's reach. And this idea has come into it, and then we had to go through a lot of regulations and convince a lot of regulators and a lot of people to really bring that machine with a huge value onto the street. And luckily enough, we got the regulations and insurance and everything, and we could bring it on the street level. Impromptu buying. Might have 5,000, 10,000, 2 grams is about 10 to 12,000 rupees of spent value. So that is how we could be able to, and we've been hugely successful. It has been accepted hugely by the market.
Fantastic. First,
Seen in my journey into this industry that Hyderabad has the craftsmen or the designs from all over India, which you do not find in north or south or east or west. I was surprised the other day. There was a cluster in Gulzar House. I happened to go to that cluster and found out that there are about 4.5 lakh Bengali workers working there. 4.5 lakh. Can you imagine the number of people who has, when I asked that the association, do you have the same kind of association anywhere in India, such a big association? Then they said that the second biggest association of Bengali craftsmen is in Hyderabad, after Bengal. So this is the power of Hyderabad, or this is the power or the acceptance of Hyderabad. You have every kind of craftsman present here, and that leads to a lot of innovation, and that leads to ace of deliveries. That's what Hyderabad is.
sure. And how is this skill being protected and how is it ensured that they're being preserved?
So just to add to Taruj's point, Hyderabad has surpassed a lot of manufacturing centers, and today Hyderabad has become a major manufacturing center, and the best part for Hyderabad manufacturing center is Hyderabad manufactures majority of the jewelry which is stone studded. So that makes the unique selling point for Hyderabad, because every design has some uniqueness. Every piece has some uniqueness. And what sells in the market is there should be a USP to every product. And that is what is the best part for Hyderabad's jewelry.
Fantastic. I want to open it up for questions at this point. Anyone here has any questions, please? Yes, there's a question here.
Hi, this is Ashish Mittal. I head the HR for an education, Shrindi Education Group in Hyderabad. My question is, how does technology affect the jewelry industry with the CAD/CAM technology? I mean, there are a lot of ways where you can actually, master, manufacture a lot of pieces, So how do you think is the technology actually impacting the jewelry industry?
You took away my question, but thank you for asking that in terms of, the use of technology. You took away my question, but thank you for asking that in terms of, the use of technology. I want to talk about technology from the retail side and the fact that now buying jewelry is becoming increasingly more and more something that you can do online. It used to be something that had to be necessarily touch and feel, but now with the opening of a lot of more e-commerce sites that are selling and giving the options of buying jewelry online, this clash between the traditional and the newer really companies, is that something that as a trend either of you, any of you could comment on?
I would like to add here that the technology definitely is catching up. And when the technology is catching up, then there is online stores or digital stores kind of a things coming up. But in the jewelry industry that we are practically into it, it is only helping us to identify or helping the customers identify the designs, see the designs, but it will not help to make a decision. It will only act as a catalyst. The online availability is only helping to as a catalyst, rather than the driving force. In the industry, I would suggest that most of my contemporaries here will agree that gem and jewelry purchasing will always remain a block and brick stores. Always remain a block and brick stores, because this is something, jewelry is something, a kind of a pride that you carry on, that you wear. So pride cannot be shopped online. It has to be physical.
I agree to what Sir has just said.
Any other questions? I saw, yes, this gentleman in the blue shirt.
Because everybody's from the jewelry segment, I just wanted to ask that government came out with a new foreign trade policy on 1st April. They have said that we are open with the trade, like whatever suggestion trade gives, we will think over it and we will try to implement it. So even in the jewelry segment, like supposing somebody in the US likes your necklace or something like that, they order it. But when it reaches to him, they try it and they want to return it back. So has the compliance in the new foreign trade policy been made easy for the jewelry fraternity? Like, okay, the client in the US can send it back, and then, that foreign exchange thing and all those are not that much strict with respect to jewelry.
No,
It will also not happen because you're not buying a shirt. You're not buying a shirt or a shoes. You're buying a thing of value here. So the value can get diminished, value can get altered, can be manipulated. So the things it can never happen in jewelry where you have an option to return back.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for that. I saw another hand going up this side. Yes.
What is the point in giving these certifications to us and then other shops are not accepting it? Because when that certification is from a gemology department or something, and what is the use of that certification and why the other shops are not accepting these gems?
Diamonds, rubies, sapphires, emeralds, their real value comes from the beauty of it. Yeah. The beauty has an hypothetical value. Yeah. The beauty has an hypothetical value, it does not have a definite value. A metal has a definite value. So the hypothetical value differs from person to person, store to store, and everywhere. So the certification that you get is not of the hypothetical value, you get about the purity or the physical dimension or physical parameters of the stone. You don't get the value of the certificate there.
Thank you so much for that. Sir. Thank you so much. A round of applause for our panelists, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your time. That's all we could pack into tonight's conversations. If you have any feedback for us, do let us know. Our details on your screens as we speak. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.